This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement. Alert! Alert! This is an emergency live stream. Please stand by for a Smitty announcement.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Here we are, bathrobe in hand. Early morning live stream. Your boy Smitty's here for you no matter what. This news breaking, let's hit the news desk.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
As you may have heard already, Kareem Hunt potentially requesting a trade, right? It's official. He's now unhappy. He requests a trade. But as you can see on the graphic to my right, the Browns have reportedly denied the trade request. So we do know that a trade request has been officially requested. We do know that the said trade request has been denied. The question is, what does this all mean? It's turmoil in Cleveland is what it means. It's the only guy I like right now to draft whatsoever is this man right in front of your face. And now even that is probably out the window for me. The Cleveland Browns are an absolute mess. Deshaun Watson could be out the entire fantasy football season, if not at least 10 to 12 games. At this point, the appeal by the NFL to Roger Goodell is probably going to trigger a double-digit suspension at the very least, if not an indefinite. This team is a mess. And I think a lot of people want to jump to conclusions here, and your boy Smitty's here to break it down because it is news, whether it was denied or not by the Cleveland Browns, reportedly. Maybe this opens the door to a phone call where somebody says, hey, we didn't realize he was available, but we will take said Kareem Hunt here in New Orleans because maybe they're getting word that something's happening to Alvin Kamara, who may or may not get suspended now. We're speculating all over the board here. Yeah, this would be a perfect match for New Orleans if New Orleans is without Kamara, which may not be the case, at least initially, because now Kamara's trials push forward 60 days, but that doesn't necessarily mean he won't be suspended at some point. I firmly believe that Alvin Kamara, who was packaged in risk-wise in the top of the fourth round, or at least bottom of the third, is now going way too early. Now Alvin Kamara is going in the top of round 2 because so many of you took the 60-day delay in his hearing as evidence, not just a thought or whatever, evidence that Alvin Kamara, I'm getting confused here this early in the morning, that Alvin Kamara is not getting suspended because of the hearing being pushed forward. But as talked about with Tony the Tiger attorney here on the show, we know the NFL is in bad light right now. We know the NFL is going to be quick to react to things that they can't control because the Deshaun Watson stuff, frankly, they're in a bind and they can't control a lot of it. They have to go through this process, that process, this hoop, that hoop, worry about this reaction, worry about that reaction, getting killed on both sides of the deal. If Kamara pushes the hearing forward even again, there is a high likelihood that if a trial is to proceed, and I firmly believe a trial will proceed, I firmly believe that if a trial begins even before, let's say, week 12, the NFL will put Alvin Kamara on the paid leave commissioner exempt list situation. So I think there's still a very strong chance, personally, that Kamara could still see a late suspension that you, Bob, have not packaged into the equation because you're now drafting Kamara at the top of 2. I'm okay at the very bottom of 2, top of 3. But to assume Kamara won't get suspended at all, it's a risky proposition. My point being, now full circle back to Kareem Hunt, if we anticipate some sort of scenario like that, your boy Kareem Hunt would be in a very good spot getting traded to somewhere like New Orleans. Past that, there aren't a lot of teams in the running back business right now. Nobody's trading for a running back, Kareem Hunt. That's the problem. Trade request denied. Team's probably not all that interested. He's a very good back. Kansas City would be probably a pretty decent landing spot. I think they may welcome him. They may even poke around. We may hear some news today or tomorrow pop up where KC may have said, wait a minute. Hello, is this the Cleveland Browns? Oh, no one. It was the machine. No one's even picking up over there. That ridiculous organization over there. No one's even answering the phones. Let's try again. Yeah, can I speak to somebody in charge? Okay, thank you. They've got me on hold. Oh, hi, Cleveland Browns. I know you guys are in turmoil right now, and I know you don't know how to make decisions. You're giving guaranteed $230 million deals over to quarterbacks that are pending. Yes, we know, innocent until proven guilty. Gotcha. But then you have opportunities to improve. Okay, we'll give you a ton for Kareem Hunt. You're not interested? Okay. Who's to say the Cleveland Browns even know what to do here? If the right offer came along, if this denied trade request by Kareem Hunt, I understand it's been denied, Bob. If this denied trade request by Kareem Hunt ends up triggering some phone calls, maybe something develops. It's quite possible. But as of right now, doesn't look like the Browns are interested in improving their team at all. Doesn't sound like the Browns are interested at all in trying to maybe solve other holes that they may have and problems using a potential trade piece that maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 teams in the NFL might be interested in. The New Orleans Saints, the Kansas City Chiefs, maybe a couple other small handful of teams are going to be in the buying a running back business. So unfortunately for Kareem Hunt, punch the thumb up button. We have over 100 people in here right now. Your boy Smitty in his bathrobe, ready to deliver fantasy football news. You could hit that thumb up button, wipe your feet on the way in the front door. Wouldn't hurt, just saying. But Kareem Hunt isn't going to have a lot of options. The Browns aren't going to have a lot of options. Trading Kareem Hunt isn't the worst idea in the world for a team that is literally sitting and brewing and stewing and fermenting in turmoil and probably can't win this year. And running backs have a short shelf life. So let me give you a little bit of advice, Cleveland Browns. Maybe explore this instead of denying the trade opportunity. Maybe denying the trade opportunity is a form of posturing, but I highly doubt it because this team right here, the Cleveland Browns, they're botching everything they're touching. And I don't know, I'm not sure, but I don't know that they're strategic enough or smart enough in this organization, inside this organization, the decision makers inside. I love the fans. I feel bad for you if you are a fan. Understand what I'm saying. If you're a fan, we appreciate you. We are here for you. The door is open. Welcome home, Cleveland Brown fan. You can sit here and stew with us. But this organization, the decision makers, don't have the ability to make the right decision at every single turn. So if you think the team's going to do the right thing here, if you think the team is going to be able to look at the situation and say, maybe we use Kareem Hunt as trade bait to improve our future, because guess what? 2022 is out the window. If you think you're winning enough games to make a playoff wild card acquisition, a wild card spot acquisition, and you think you're earning a spot in the playoffs in 2022, Cleveland Browns, you are mistaken. There's no way you're grabbing a hold of a very coveted, hard to get playoff wild card spot, because you're certainly not winning the division. Let's stop that right now. No way you're grabbing a wild card spot if Deshaun Watson's out 12 to 15 to an entire season type of action. There's just no way. You're not doing it with Brissett. You clearly don't understand what it is to put yourself in the best position to win without Deshaun Watson under center, because you pretty much corrupted and disrupted and destroyed a Baker Mayfield potential assist, because Baker was there for you. I'm not saying Brissett's garbage. I do like Brissett, but I don't think Brissett's going to get it done. So now you're in a position where Cleveland Browns, you have Brissett probably starting at least 12 games, if I had to project at least 12 games. Because Watson's appeal is not going to lead to just going up to an 8 spot, okay? You're not going up just to a number 8 or number 9 in terms of missed games for Deshaun Watson. This appeals at least going into double digits, because Roger Goodell has a way out now of a bad decision he made to try and allow it to look perceived like he's not in charge of handing out or dishing out the suspension, being judge, jury, and executioner. Roger Goodell set up this very paper tiger situation where he's got Sue Robinson coming in to make a determination when a determination doesn't mean anything, because the appeal makes it to where Roger Goodell now has the gavel back in his hand, and now he's giving it to his proxy, who's going to do whatever he says to do, and the proxy's going into the double digit territory for suspended games, which I agree with, to be honest with you. You can get mad at me all you want, but this guy Deshaun Watson needs to be suspended for the entire season, or at least 12 to 15 games to appease both sides. Both sides down the middle need to be upset equally. No one's going to be happy in this situation. So Deshaun Watson probably going to be out at least 12 games at a minimum. If Cleveland Brown is truly denying a trade request, they are putting themselves in a position where they're not allowing themselves to be prepared or improve or to better the situation for the Cleveland Browns as a whole walking into 2023, because 2022 is lost, baby. It's lost. And if you pass on an opportunity to trade a short shelf life position and player like Kareem Hunt to a team like KC, to a team like New Orleans, to a team that might actually be interested in picking up the phone and talking a little shop to help improve your team that you're flushing down the toilet for your amazing Cleveland Brown fans, whom we welcome into our home and abode. Motions detected at the backyard. You heard it. Intruders here at the Casa de Smitty, and I'm still live. So Kareem Hunt wants out. That's the news of the day. 140 of you in here. Only 41 thumbs up. Your boy Smitty in his bathrobe reporting live. And some people are needing and requested to please hit the thumb up button. Would the 120 or 30 individuals that have not hit the thumb up button please report to the thumb up button and press it? Would the people that have not yet hit the thumb up button please hit the thumb up button now? Appreciated. I will now answer questions from the chat. I thank you all for joining me here on the Sabbath, where Smitty tried to get some rest this morning, where Smitty tried to take a very long and nice little hibernation sleep nap. And I'm ripped from my nap, ripped from my environment, forced to go live to talk about Kareem Hunt and his denied trade requests, more backyard surveillance intrusion, and I'm here for you. So let's get to the questions. First of all, no, Sean, not yet. It's denied. The request has been denied, so there's no moon landing for Nick Chubb. And if we played out this scenario, and first of all, I want to thank Jeb for being first in the building, James for being second, according to my calculations, Master Yoda, Call Saul, Space Ricky, my channel, Brandon, Mealy, Lion, Michael, Myro, Hyro, Rogers, and Jeff, and so on. So appreciate you all being here. I will answer questions now. Let the question and answer portion of the morning Waking Smitty Up live stream commence. Hunt on the launch pad, ready to go to space. Look, he could very well be put in a position where he's very valuable, or there's nothing to this, because who's to say the Cleveland Browns know what the heck they're doing? Why would they deny it? Overcome, because they don't know what they're doing. Overcome, this is an organization that gave $230 million guaranteed dollars to a man with pending, at the time, 20 plus pending civil assault cases. That's what we're talking about, Overcome. This team doesn't know how to build for the future. Massage that thumb up button, boys, like a Watson therapist, a CPA. Hunt goes back to running back one if he's moved. Depends where he goes. A team acquiring a running back like said Kareem Hunt would most certainly be in a position to start said running back like Kareem Hunt, but it's tough to say. KC and New Orleans seem like the options to me. Thank you for the thumbs up. We literally, through one plea and one megaphone announcement, got the thumb up button from like 40 to 77, which is pretty impressive for a Sunday morning. Appreciate you. We're all out here doing our part. Sunday, the Sabbath, some of us didn't expect to hit the thumb up button this morning. Some of us didn't expect to be in our bathrobe coming in and breaking news. But we came here, we came to work, 150 of you in here, 80 of you doing your job, punching the thumb up button, the rest of you asking amazing questions, the rest of you watching like amazing animals, and anybody that's new, hit the subscribe button, welcome home, and ask a question, for goodness sakes. Terry Roberts in the house, and I'm losing my voice again. I never got it back, to be honest. And when I come in screaming and yelling, and I've probably spoken more on this live stream in 20 minutes and 22 seconds, more than most NFL analysts or fantasy football shows will speak the entire show for an hour and a half to 2 hour show, because your boy Smitty knows how to get the pipes going in the morning. They may sound rusty, they may need to be warmed up, they may be dying inside because I go live and talk so much here on YouTube, but your boy Smitty won't stop. I don't care if no sound's coming out, I will continue to speak because that's what I'm here to do. The Texans, they're not trading. First of all, they got Dameon Pierce. We don't want Kareem Hunt heading to Houston. Kick around some ideas. Where would you like to see Kareem Hunt land? I would like to know. Smitty, you need pure ginger juice. Says Kenny P with an avatar of love dedicated to the man Ron Navy. I love this avatar. I love that. Look at the camaraderie around here. So true, Smitty, says Joseph. Look, the Browns don't know what they're doing. The Browns clearly don't know what they're doing. They're denying a trade request that might be able to help them get out of a problem that has been created by them, self-made by the Browns, help them get out of a hole that they're digging that clearly is going to last through the entire 2022 season. The Browns aren't getting out of trouble anytime soon. This is a lost year. Use this to your advantage. You have D'Ernest Johnson. I'm not saying D'Ernest is as good as Kareem, but in this system, maybe he's as effective. Maybe he serves the same purpose. Maybe you get the same outcome per carry. So why not trade, and maybe this is posturing, but why not trade away a potential running back piece? Why not? Why not? I'll tell you why not. Because the Browns don't make good decisions. And if you are a Browns fan, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm here for you. I love Browns fans. You are welcome here. We want you here. We invite you here. We will hold you. We will hold you. We will make sure you feel very, very welcomed. And we definitely, I don't know if the gardener's back or what, but that guy quit on me in the yard. The yard looks awful. It's weeds this high, but maybe he's back. But I honestly feel like the Browns are incapable of making good decisions. Somebody needs to have power of attorney over there in Cleveland, because they cannot make good decisions for the life of them. 171 of you in here, 89 thumbs up. Appreciate everybody. Punch it if you're in here and you haven't hit the thumb up button. Get those numbers matching. Pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers right there. Kareem Hunt to the Chiefs would be rad, says M Legion. Toss out some ideas and scenarios. Myles Garrett gonna want out next, says Marty. Look, this team is in shambles. They're gonna lose games. They're not gonna win games. Kareem Hunt has a short shelf life. The best idea is to trade Kareem Hunt. Could be posturing for this train wreck of a team. That's right, Macho. Train wreck, unfortunately. And your boy Smitty's here to report on it. I'm not trying to belittle the Browns organization for Browns fans. I'm belittling the Browns organization because they don't know what they're doing. They make a Deshaun Watson friendly deal that is absolutely ridiculous and horrible. It's so Deshaun Watson friendly that this guy's getting $1 million in salary with about a $65 million bonus, meaning that only $1 million is susceptible to league withholding, etc., etc., etc. They basically said, hey, Deshaun Watson, let's not create a deal that protects us. Let's create a deal that if you are in fact going to be convicted or whatever, that we protect you. Here's your $65 million in guaranteed bonus money of your $66 million salary. Let's put $1 million of the 66 up and potentially confiscatable, if that's even a word, probably isn't, by the NFL in case something goes down, right? In case something goes down like it did. And $1 million is all he wanted to subject to the NFL to be able to retain and hold. Now, here's the interesting part. If Deshaun Watson does not accrue a season, if he's suspended for the 2022 season, Deshaun Watson's $1 million salary gets moved into 2023. He doesn't get the other $66 million, which is allocated all his salary, not a signing bonus. Every single year of Deshaun Watson's deal is as follows. It is $66 million every single year. Okay? So this particular year in year one, this goes all the way down to the year 5 or 6 or whatever. So I think it's year 5, year 6. So here it is, $66 million. This is broken up as $1 million and $65 million bonus. So he got this already. This is what he gets paid for year one of his contract. If Deshaun Watson is out for the entire 2022 season, he doesn't get this in 2023. This moves to 2024, and this is what he gets paid for 2023. So it is a big deal for Deshaun Watson in a sense because it's a whole year delay on his contract. So the NFLPA most certainly is going to fight anything along the lines that will get him in a position where his whole contract is delayed. So get ready. Browns don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry, Browns fans. Put your earmuffs on if you can't handle it. I think you know it to be true. And you got Browns fans all over that, and I don't blame them, that are so pro Watson in this situation. So pro Watson. And I don't blame them because what would you do? What would you do? You know what I'm saying? What would you do if your team mortgaged the entire future for a quarterback that may never play? At least probably won't play 12 games, may not play at all in 2022. Very high likelihood at this point that he doesn't play at all in 2022. Even though people told me, Smitty, it's over. Okay, he's playing. 6 games is all it's going to be. Relax, stop talking about it. No, I came out the moment that everybody started getting comfortable and I said, this is not over. This is not over. It is not over. In other news, George Pickens taking over. That's potentially facts right there. I like George Pickens a lot. This kid's looking like a monster. You know, Claypool who? This is why Claypool didn't ever get put on a moon man list because this George Pickens is maybe taking over that spot. I mean, it's going to take him some time. I think he might even be better long-term than Deontay. Oh my God. Smitty, did you just say my best friend Deontay isn't going to be the number 1 wide receiver when he just got an extension, Smitty? Hey, the truth sometimes hurts, Bob. But Pickens could eventually be the number 1. And when I say could, I mean like fast. Trade him for that stud MVP wide receiver, says Marty. What else you guys got? Hit me with some questions. And I think I got a super chat here from Kevin. I'm sorry, Kevin, for the delay. Kevin, you still here, broski? Pats would be nice. That, yes and no, bro. 100 likes on the 100 likes. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. 182 in the building. The Pats would be probably not a great place, Kevin. I hate to say it. I wanted to be positive toward your super chat because you punched the super chat. And I thank you for it. I thank you for it, Kevin.
Thanks for the super chat. Giddy up.
But I don't know that I like this because they've got a couple rookie running backs. They've got Ramondre Stevenson, who we think could
to the moon.
Go to the moon. We've got Damian Harris. I don't know that Kareem Hunt's a nice fit, to be honest with you, broski. I just don't think it would be. But I appreciate you. I appreciate your super chat. And Kevin, I would like to hear another idea you have so we can kick around something that we both agree on. Hunt to Arizona. I mean, that's possible. It's a good one to throw out to kick around. Not saying it would definitely happen. I don't know what Arizona would have to give up. But Arizona's got such a hot mess that we got going on over in Arizona. Do we really want Kareem Hunt? I know Kareem Hunt's shaped up over the last few years, but that is yet another player that has been in the news or could be in the news, and with Hopkins and Hollywood Brown and a running back coach hitting the news wires, doing a lot of stuff they shouldn't be doing. I don't know if this is the best idea, but it is certainly something to kick around and an idea that actually makes a little bit of sense. Sure. I would love to know. Please toss out other situations. Now, this is one I think is going to go underrated and undervalued. Okay? No way Pickens to the moon yet. Chill, man. No way. You know, media, here's what I think of your comment coming into my show when I'm in a bathrobe, media, and you tell me to chill in the morning on an idea or a concept.
Take a look.
You chill, media. You chill. You take a big, fat chill pill. Houston, Miami, Atlanta. Houston's possible, but why would they do it if they're not yet ready in their mind to win now? Miami would definitely pull the trigger. That's a great one. Kenny P. That's a great one. Miami, look, Miami Mike, he's never happy with what he's got. You know, Kareem Hunt would be phenomenal in that Miami system. Can you imagine them leaning hardcore on Kareem Hunt? I would love that. Although it's such a mess over there, you don't really know if whatever running back they acquired will be a full-time guy. I don't believe in Chase Edmonds. I don't believe in Mostert full-time. I don't believe in anybody but Gaskin, who everybody seems to hate and write off because he failed. And he failed because they didn't use him. He didn't fail because of his talent. Gaskin is the perfect running back for said Miami Mike, who created a Debo role, which I think he could do the inverse of using Gaskin. Gaskin's like the polar opposite, the bizarro world version of Debo Samuel. So I do hope that, in fact, Gaskin gets in there and becomes... Raphael's been a YouTube exclusive member for 2 months now.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Yep. Raphael, appreciate you, good buddy. I mean, look, guys. Edmonds, I don't trust Edmonds, Marty. I don't trust Edmonds at all. I think Edmonds is a disaster. I think Edmonds is nowhere close to the type of running back that you invest in at the draft capital that Edmonds is going. I don't like Edmonds at all. I don't like Edmonds at all. I think Kareem Hunt would actually be a fine fit. I would be all for it. Legion has a question here. So Atlanta, I don't think it's an okay fit, but I think Atlanta has something in Tyler Algier, so I don't want that. Damian Pierce, I don't want that. Miami, I would be okay with that because I don't like any of the Miami running backs but Gaskin, and Gaskin's low on the totem pole. Patriots, no. That robe looks like it's from Caddyshack. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Mashed potato, thank you, Terry. Appreciate you being here. Terry, good man. Smitty, if Hunt goes... Oh, I already got this one on screen here. If Hunt goes, is Chubb worth Jefferson? Legion, I'm trying to understand this question. Is Chubb worth Jefferson? Jefferson's so far above Chubb on all levels, bro. Like, I'm almost dumbfounded by the question. Legion, this is coming from a long time MG Toe Legion, who I don't think has ever taken a lap on this show ever. I don't think Legion has ever taken a lap. And I think it's time to test Legion's fitness level, because Jefferson is a top 4 overall player no matter what's going on in Cleveland, broski. Legion, I know you've got thick skin. I know you're going to take this well and handle this well. But go on a lap, kind sir. Go on a big hardcore lap, because is Chubb worth Jefferson? No one's worth Jefferson, but maybe Jamar Chase. Maybe JT Jamar Chase. Cooper Kupp and redraft. JJ's top 5, baby.
Take a look.
Legion, you're my guy. I think that's Legion's first lap ever. His first lap ever. That's pretty good. Hunt to the Bengals. Look, media, you said a few things on the show already that I don't agree with, but this one's not horrible, because look, I don't want this for Mixon for 2022. This isn't a bad idea for a team that could use offensive weaponry just to one up everybody else. Like, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind the Kareem Hunt in a Cincinnati Bengal uniform. If something went down with Mixon, this would be horrible for Mixon's value, though. Horrible. If Mixon would tank into the 3rd round. I'm just saying, from a football perspective, it will be fun to see Kareem Hunt catching footballs from Joseph cigar-smoking Burrow, but that's probably not going to happen. Hunt for Jimmy G, give me a break. I mean, that would be an amazing move by the Niners if they pulled that off. 202 of you in the building. If Kareem Hunt, if you could trade, if the Niners could get Kareem Hunt for Jimmy G, that would be a phenomenal move. The Niners don't necessarily need it, but you don't need Jimmy G. So if you could pull that off, it would be an absolute amazing trade. Hunt to the Lions, let's hope not. We don't need that for DeAndre Swift. Some of these ideas I'm not fond of, okay? Hunt to the Chiefs, we've talked about that. I think that is the best option on the table. That is the best idea any of us could cook up. We talked about it already. It's New Orleans in case you've got Alvin Kamara out, and it's the Chiefs in case they need to roll with a player that knows the system, frankly, and is a little bit more proven to stay healthy than a CEH, who I do like. And even a guy that likes CEH like me is still going to tell you I would trade for Kareem Hunt if I was Kansas City, because you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. The Giants, I don't think Barkley owners are going to agree with you. Hunt to the Ravens. Now, there's an idea we haven't talked about yet that Dan's kicking around that makes a whole lot of sense. Here's a Baltimore team that they trade away their top wide receiver option. He's a pass-catching running back. That's great for Lamar. He's an amazing between-the-tackle running back. That's great for the Ravens, because guess what? They've got an all ACL team in J.K. Dobbins, who's not ready. I told you that a long time ago. Gus the Bus isn't ready. I told you that a long time ago. They got Tyler Beatty, the Batty. I do like Beatty a little bit. I really do. But Kareem Hunt to Baltimore is making some sense, Dan. So now we've got 3 potential options that make some sense. Let's put them in order. Let's put KC number 1. Let's put Dan's Baltimore idea number 2. And let's put New Orleans number 3. Can we knock off, or these are the best options for Kareem Hunt, in my opinion. The best landing spots for Kareem Hunt so far are these options right here. KC, Baltimore, New Orleans. Does anybody else have an idea better than these options right here? Deluxe says, I have the second pick in a 14-man league. Is CMC the move? No, I don't think so, bro. I think the best move, if it's PPR, is to go with Jamar Chase or JJ or Cooper Kupp. Pick your poison, okay? But if you want running back, if you have to have running back, if you're a running back guy, I don't know, bro. I almost feel like trading down is the best option for you, because Najee's going outside the top 4 or 5. And I like Najee personally, and I don't know that I want you paying number 2 overall value if you can get him lower. So, and I appreciate your super chat, Deluxe, but can you trade? The question is, can you trade? I like this Baltimore idea, Dan. This Baltimore idea is pretty darn good. The Eagles is another good one. Okay, so maybe there are 4 or 5 spots that I'm actually okay with. Let's put Philly. Let's put Philly number 3. I'm sorry, New Orleans, but Philadelphia, that would be a pretty good spot. 4 is New Orleans then? 4 New Orleans? Because New Orleans doesn't guarantee you anything, because what if Kamara does play all year? And even if he doesn't, we don't know how long Kamara is going to get. How many games Kamara is going to be suspended, if he's suspended at all, because his hearing's pushed forward 60 days. Doesn't mean he won't be suspended, even though all of you keep drafting him as if he's no longer even looking at a potential risk of suspension. When if a hearing starts at all, even Tony the Tiger attorney that I had on the show, Tony the attorney, came on and said he believes as well, like your boy Smitty, that there is a decent shot he would be put on the exempt list, paid, if for any reason a trial does start before the season comes to a conclusion. So moving forward, these hearings may seem smart at the time, but guess what? The moment this trial starts, and it probably will start at some point during the 2022 NFL season, then you see him ripped from your roster and you didn't even get to plan for it. The risk is no longer baked in because you're drafting him in the second round right now, the top of the second round. The Bills are another good option, Jose. Here we are talking Seattle. No, Deluxe. Deluxe, take a lap for even mentioning.
Take a look.
Seattle. Why would we want Seattle to acquire Kareem Hunt? We have Kenneth Walker about to become a top 5 to 10 running back monster. Watch your mouth, Seattle. No. Philadelphia. What do we say? Philadelphia. What was the other option? Hunt to the Raiders. No, not the Raiders. The Bills. The Bills. That's a good option. That might be 2. That might be number 2. I like that. Buffalo. I mean, they'd have to want to use them. I don't know if they do. Because the Buffalo Bills, they seem to want to run the ball, and then they don't draft the right player. I'm not into Cook. I mean, that would be an interesting one. Maybe Baltimore is better though. Let's move that. This Buffalo, because Buffalo's still got a crowded backfield, so it does seem, maybe I jumped the gun on liking that option. I don't know. So these are the options. These are the landing spots potentially. 49ers, no. They've got so many options. You don't want Mitchell not getting the full workload. Philly, we got Philly on the list. Buffalo, we got them on the list. The Jets, no way. Get out of here with the Jets. Who said?
Take a look.
But let's let Kareem Hunt fly.
Take a look.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
Let Kareem Hunt go, Cleveland. Let Kareem Hunt go. Commanders, no thank you. The Commanders are, what are you talking about, official? They're so crowded there. No Commanders.
Take a look.
Commanders. Can you imagine the Commanders getting Kareem Hunt and having Gibson, Kareem Hunt, Jarrett Patterson, Brian Robinson, McKissick? No. Hunt to the Rams is, now you're talking. You got an injury-prone running back that won't be fully healthy. I like that idea. I'd almost put the Rams. And I know Cam Akers fans are going to be like, what are you talking about? They got Cam Akers. They got Cam Akers. What do you mean, the Rams? Rams were an awful spot, Smitty. I like Cam. Don't you think Cam came back last year? Didn't you see Cam come back? He came back last year, Smitty. Hunt to the Bucks, no. They got Rashad White, Fournette, no.
Take a look.
Titans, no. I mean, it's a good backup plan, but no. Houston, Atlanta. Houston, no. Damian Pierce, and they're not trying to win now. He's an older running back. Kareem Hunt's not lasting 3-4 years. His shelf life is short. No way the Texans are going to make that future move. It's not a future move. Send him to Brady. I mean, if Fournette got hurt or if he ate Rashad White or something like that, then I could see the Bucs maybe doing a deal. Miami, I think Miami's possible. Let's put Miami on the list because I think Miami Mike is very capable of doing that, and he'd be phenomenal there. Let's put 4. We'll go Miami. Let's move Philly to 5. The options are a little bit bigger than I thought of potential good landing spots, to be honest. Coming on this live stream in my bathrobe, a little starved of sleep. I didn't quite think this would be as big a list as it is. I'm kind of thinking this list is a little bit longer than I anticipated here. KC, Baltimore, Buffalo, Miami, Philly, the Rams, New Orleans. Rams would be a lot higher if Cam wasn't on the field ready to start. Ready being I'm using that term very loosely, but like he's gonna be in the driver's seat, but whether he is able to drive, I don't know. But Cam Akers, I don't think Cam stays healthy. I think maybe the Rams preemptively make this move because they believe that too. But I don't know. These are all very good options with logic and reason. But guess what? Hello, this is the Cleveland Browns answering service. We're not accepting any trades. This is Kansas City. Oh, this is Baltimore. Oh, I've got Buffalo on the line. Oh, I've got Miami and Philly. Oh, I've got the Rams and New Orleans. I'm going to tell all of you on speakerphone right now, we are not trading Kareem Hunt because that would be a good move. We're not in the business of making good moves. Therefore, we are not going to make this trade. Goodbye. Thank you for your interest, but we're not trading talent when we're in it to win it this year with Brissett. We're taking Brissett and we're marching into the playoffs because we're delusional. That's the Browns. Maybe the Browns are posturing here. We don't know. But here's a list of very capable teams making a phone call to the Cleveland Browns. The question is, will Cleveland pick up the phone? The question, will Cleveland understand the value in trying to, I don't know, make something positive happen here in 2022 for the organization. Make a move that can acquire them some talent because they're going to need it. They're going to have their quarterback out at least 12 games minimum, probably the entire season. These are some good lists. These are some good lists, right? The good teams, a good list, a good singular list, sorry. Good singular list of some teams. I'm still, my voice is shot. I just woke up. The Chargers, I mean, it's a really good idea, media. And the thing is, they have Spiller, they like Spiller. But the Chargers, it's a good idea from a football perspective. From a fantasy perspective, you're going to have people going through the roof, bro. Tossing their hands up. No for Eckler. Horrible for Eckler, media. You're going to cause a couple of heart attacks and panic attacks on the live stream if you aren't careful. Throwing around words like the Chargers as a landing spot for Kareem Hunt. From a football perspective, I would consider it to give my boy Herbert another weapon, a pass-catching weapon. And I really do think, it would be something I would look at. But I would have acquired a wide receiver and the Chargers didn't. I would have gone after McLaurin or DK hardcore and given my boy Justin Herbert a wide receiver that would take this thing to the next level even further. They're going to the next level. I think the Chargers win the Super Bowl. I think Justin Herbert wins the NFL MVP. I think this team is the best team in the AFC West. I think they win the division. I think they go to the Super Bowl. I think they win the Super Bowl. And I think Justin Herbert is the NFL MVP. They probably face off against the Rams or the Niners or maybe the Bucks or the Packers. Okay, so those are my NFC teams. I think they're all really good. I think Trey Lance could lead the Niners to a Super Bowl appearance as a sophomore. I truly believe that's possible. I think the Rams are a very likely candidate to be a Super Bowl appearing team. But I do believe it's the Chargers' time. I do believe Herbert is the GOAT. He will punch you in the throat. And it's the Chargers' season here. And Hunt would give that team a better chance to do it. Hunt is a good receiver, a guy that can pull in passes. I like it, but I don't think it's going to happen, and it's not good for Eckler from a fantasy perspective. So, media, not a horrible thing to toss out, but not going to be well received by Eckler owners. I can tell you that right now. And I don't know that I want it. I'm just telling you from a football perspective, it makes a lot of sense. I doubt KC trades for him. You never know, bro. We've seen reunited team and player before, and the fact that they've had trouble with talent and really putting Mahomes in the best position they can put him in. Trading away Tyreek Hill was not a good thing for this offense as much as people want to pretend it is. I like Sky Moore potential for long term. I do. But if you put Kareem Hunt in this offense, it would be good. I don't want that for Clyde, but from a football perspective, an unbiased look at this thing, I would say definitely. I think Kareem Hunt in KC is a good option. That's why we got him number one on the list. Baltimore is a real good option. They got the all ACL team in Gus the Bus and J.K. Dobbins, both of which are not ready. They're not. Tyler Beatty, the baddie, I like him. But Kareem Hunt would flourish. Buffalo, he would be phenomenal in Buffalo. But will the Buffalo Bills actually make a move, and would they actually commit to a running back? I don't know. I don't think Cook's the answer. I think he's a great player. I think he's a good weapon. But I don't know that Cook is an every down back. Kareem Hunt is. Buffalo would be doing themselves a service by acquiring this man, Kareem Hunt and putting him and installing him in an offense that is one of the best offenses in the NFL, one that actually ran the ball better than most every offense in the entire National Football League in their last 8 played games if you include the playoffs. So the Buffalo Bills are a phenomenal, whether you like it or not, whether you like Cook or whether you like Singletary or whether you like all of them, it is a good landing spot. The Buffalo Bills rank number 3 because it is an actually good landing spot, and Kareem Hunt would thrive if they put him in that Buffalo Bills starting lineup. The only reason they're not number 1 is because we're unsure how they'd use him or if they'd even acquire him or what the heck's going on there with the running attack, because they showed balance, which made them scary at the end of the year. But then they don't draft a guy like Kenneth Walker or Breece Hall when they had the opportunity to dominate at the running back position. Instead, they take a guy, James Cook, brother of Dalvin Cook, who I don't think has the ability to be an every down back in the NFL. Kenny Powers says, Chat's talking up Dearness, but Ford would be a factor. That's probably true. I do like Dearness Johnson a little bit more. I think the team likes him a lot, but you never know. Kenny, it's a good comment. It's a good topic of conversation. Why is Terry spamming the chat? Terry can't spam the chat. Terry's a machine. Terry's a man. Terry's a man, the myth, the legend. He can put as many thumbs up as he wants in the chat. Terry's incapable of spamming the chat. Buffalo doesn't need him. We're 3 deep, says the Buffalo Bills. You're 3 deep of some guys that aren't necessarily full-time guys, Far. I hate to tell you, but James Cook isn't the answer, in my opinion, long-term, or for a 3-down role. I think Kareem Hunt puts you in a position where you are potentially, you go from being a top 3 or 4 contender in the AFC, and that's not a knock. The AFC's loaded, bro. But you go from a top 3 or 4 contending team. If you acquire Kareem Hunt and commit to using him, you're immediately a top 2 team. No question about it. Kareem Hunt in that offense, can you imagine how hard it would be to stop Josh Allen if you commit to the run? Can you imagine, Far, how much? 3 deep of what? Halftime backs? You add all 3 of them together, you got a little over a full running back, bro. I like you, Far. You're my boy. You're my dude. I'm just telling you, Kareem Hunt helps you win a championship. So, 3 deep. Everybody's 3 deep. The Ravens are 3 deep. They've got injured ACL, all ACL team in JK, in Gus the Bus, and Tyler the Beatty Batty. Okay, they're 3 deep too. The Cardinals are 3 deep. They've got a rookie in Ingram or whatever his name is. They've got also Eno Benjamin, and they got James Conner. They're 3 deep. Should they not trade for Kareem Hunt? I'm sorry. I'm getting a little excited. Your Buffalo Bills are phenomenal, okay? Let's just put it that way. You guys are going to be good. You guys are going to be just fine, but you be over the top, bro. This would be like Over the Top with Stallone. Everybody seen that movie, Over the Top? Good movie. You get Kareem Hunt, it's like this. You're arm wrestling, bro. You get Kareem Hunt, it's over the top, baby, and it's down for the count. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, broski. I love you. I appreciate you, pal. I'm a Patriots fan, and thought of Hunt to the Bills terrifies me. The thought of Hunt to the Bills terrifies this man, James. Look at the smile. Does this guy look like he can be terrified easily? I bet you could sneak into his house, stand in front of him, and he'd have a grin on his face. He'd welcome you. He'd ask you what you want to drink. This guy's pretty hard to frighten, and he's petrified by the idea of the Buffalo Bills acquiring Kareem Hunt. Are you worried about him holding out? No, because he's already holding in at this point. You don't hold in and then hold out. You miss too much money. You can't hold out in the NFL anymore. You can't hold out, Matt. It's $40,000 a day. You know, it's a Tesla. Every single day you decide to hold out. You can't hold out in today's NFL. Hey, today I'm holding out. Okay, that costs you a Tesla. Okay, I'm holding out tomorrow. That costs you one more Tesla. It's all mandatory fines, bro. You don't get it back. There's no extension. Okay, waive that. Zeke Elliott used to do that. I'm holding out. Fine. I'm holding out. Here's another fine. I'm holding out. Here's some more money. We're fining you. Okay, you're signing. Let's waive the fine. Boom. All money forgiven. That's not the way it works anymore. That's why you can't hold out in today's NFL. Mandatory fines, baby. Mandatory fines. You're the man, James. You're the man, James. The impenetrable, unfearing monster James right here. is scared to death of the idea that his New England Patriots would have to face a Buffalo Bill team that could have Kareem Hunt running the football, catching the football. Felton is a G, says Farr. I just acquired him, so I'm excited if he goes to one of those teams. Look, I like Kareem Hunt. McBride, I like Kareem Hunt a lot. I think he's got a lot of upside. 143 of you in the building. 140 thumbs up. I appreciate that. I would love if you guys could continue to punch that button. Browns should trade Hunt for Baker. Browns should trade Hunt for Baker. I'm trying to even digest what that even means, Tony. I think he's poking at the Browns, saying they should trade back for Baker. Can you imagine if the Browns, that would be par for the course, if the Browns were to trade back for Baker using Kareem Hunt. That would be the most unbelievable. Like, I don't know. I think I'd have seen it all at that point. I think I would have seen it all. The polar opposite of a Deebo Samuel. Give me a break. Philly, interesting. I'm frozen. This is me to do. I don't know what that means, bro. Tony's kidding about something that I don't remember or see on my screen. Currently moving to the new house, listening to the greatest show on this planet, and it has me pumped. Appreciate you, Nick. Nick, congrats on the new house.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Yep. Nick moving into the new pad. Nick, congrats on the new house, Nick. Where are we at? I'm frozen. I don't know what that means. So I'm guessing Nick Chubb is clearly the first and primary running back at Browns. No, Vele. I mean, there's no trade. The Browns denied the trade request. So we're out here kicking around ideas, but no, there's no definitive anything. There's no bump for Nick Chubb. There's no bump for Kareem Hunt. There's no bump for anybody. As of right now, both these running backs, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, are both fermenting, wasting away on the Cleveland Brown roster. To be honest, the stream froze for a bit, says James. How long did it freeze? Like a minute or two? How long did the stream freeze? 256 of you in here, 153 thumbs up. You want my honest opinion, Vele? I don't like Nick Chubb at all this year. This report doesn't make me feel good about the Browns. If anything, this report makes me feel worse about Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's no better because of this news. The fact that the Browns actually denied the trade request, didn't even entertain it, unless that's a posture move, which it could be. But I don't know that the Browns are smart enough to do that. I don't know that the Browns are smart enough to actually posture and deny a trade just to do a trade to make the value go up. I don't know that the Browns are thinking that deeply about this. My thinking, bro, is that I'm so worried about the Browns situationally for Nick Chubb being with Brissett under center, an organization that doesn't know what they're doing, unfortunately. And Browns fans, please understand that I appreciate you. I welcome you here. And I know part of you believes that the Browns are a disaster, a complete misstep. And this Watson deal is probably the worst deal to ever go down in the history of the NFL, especially if he doesn't play 2022 and gets suspended indefinitely, where he has to reapply next year. So I don't think Nick Chubb's in a great driver's seat at all. I think even if they traded Kareem Hunt, I'd be worried about Nick Chubb. In reality, you've got two running backs. You got two running backs that literally, Dearness Johnson and Kareem Hunt could be, swapped out. They're interchangeable. So I think if Kareem Hunt did end up leaving this Cleveland Browns situation, I don't know that it opens the door to a whole lot more Nick Chubb. If anything, Dearness Johnson's the same. He steps in and does the same type of role. I don't think there's room for all three of them, so it doesn't really matter. Nick Chubb, to me, is a complete avoid. At his ADP, I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm not saying he can't thrive But you've got stacked boxes that are going to know that Nick Chubb is pretty much a one-trick pony. He's very good at his trick. He's one of the best running backs, pure running backs in the NFL, but he isn't a big, heavy-duty pass-catching running back. So whether it's Kareem Hunt or Dearness Johnson catching footballs on third down, Nick Chubb will get a little third down action, but he's not a heavy pass-catching running back. And when you're stacking the box because you got Brissett throwing the football, then I don't know that I love this situation, broski. I don't know that I like it. I don't think Kareem Hunt leaving makes Nick Chubb any more valuable. I don't think Nick Chubb is that good of a fantasy option in 2022. At the cost of entry, second round value. Let me go as bold as to say this. Give me Breece Hall. Give me Breece Hall over Nick Chubb at the cost of entry. I like Breece Hall a lot better than I like Nick Chubb. And the views went from 240 to 200. And someone said that the Google ad was freezing and he had to come in and out. So that's a shame that we're literally got 250 people in the room and the Google ad is making the live freeze on everybody. And they've got to close it and come back. And so now we drop from 250 to 197 in a matter of 30 seconds. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Appreciate that support there that you just delivered. Now it goes to 190 because people's screen froze. And everybody's reporting that it's the ad. Now it's 185. What is going on here, YouTube? Appreciate everybody. Thank you for the emergency live stream. 203 back. Maybe we'll stay a minute. I thought it was just going down. I don't know what's going on. What do you think about Kamara right now? I think Alvin Kamara is a big risk, bro. We're back to 223. Okay, maybe we're staying. Alvin Kamara is a big risk. We have a lot of people thinking, we got to turn this fan on. This bathrobe is a lot hotter than I thought it would be while I'm live. Let's take this thing off. All right, you know what I'm saying, broskies? It's like, it's one thing to wear this thing. It's another to sit in it during an entire live stream. Kareem Hunt is a risk, bro. He's an absolute risk. Let's head over to the let's stand up because it's hot. It's hot as can be. Kareem Hunt, Alvin Kamara. I don't know how many times I could say this, but Alvin Kamara is not out of the woods. Everyone thinks he's out of the woods. He's out of the woods. Smitty's not going to be suspended. Smitty, he's going to be fine. We don't know that. We don't know that. I had Tony the attorney on, and we talked about this. If this hearing doesn't get pushed back again and again, then Kamara's essentially gonna be at risk of being raptured from your team without any of the risk baked in because you guys are taking him in the top of round 2 now. Kamara went from like a top of 4 late third round pick to, hey, the hearing's been moved back 60 days. Now he might not see a suspension. Said who? People that are analyzing this thing saying, well, the trial couldn't possibly come to a conclusion by the end of the year because of the delays, right? Yeah, but the question is, can a trial even begin? The answer is yes. Can a trial begin by October? Still could. Or by November, something? Still could. By December, most certainly. A trial could begin in early December, maybe late November. I don't know the exact time frame I would put on this, but a trial could certainly begin. The NFL is in bad light, man. The NFL is in a bad spot. The NFL most certainly is going to explore the idea of putting this man on the commissioner exemplis paid. They can do it paid. You're paying the guy. Okay, yeah, he doesn't get to play, but you're still paying him. It'd be like if you were in your job and you were going through some crazy stuff. They called you into a boardroom. They said, sit down, Bob. Sit down. Bob, I know you want to be on the field typing up the TPS reports. Bob, we know you want to be out there in the boardroom meetings, be on the Zoom calls. But we're telling you right now, we're going to pay you. You're going to go home. You're going to fight this, take care of it. When you're done, come back. Your job's still going to be here for you. We're paying you. That's what's being offered in that situation. Okay? So it's not like it's an unfair treatment in a way. They're paying him. This message is from Devin. Thank you for the super chat, broski. Smitty, I'm taking over a team in a keeper league. First time in this league. I'll be hollering at you for some advice on who to keep. Appreciate you, Devin. Devin, you can do that via Super Chat. You can also do it via the Fantasy Football Show text line, one-on-one text device. I got a text line that takes care of this. I also have 15-minute phone calls you can purchase right below the purchase, table on the fantasyfootballshow.com. So take advantage of ordering a phone call, ordering a draft call, ordering the one-on-one text device, or just super chatting the questions, or just being a boss like you are, Devin. Appreciate you, Devin. Bob, like the basement dude in the Office Space. Absolutely, Hazel. Absolutely. 233 of you in here. We've got a good show today. 169 thumbs up. Just imagine. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine 236 of you all hitting the thumb up button. Would be unreal. Be unreal. Unheard of. Unheard of. So, we're here. Smitty's up early. I'm up and at 'em. I'm ready to go. Ready to go get some breakfast. I don't think I'm heading back to bed. I thought I was going to sleep in today. I really did. But no, Kareem Hunt woke me up. No, the Browns denied the trade, and I'm still up anyway. Why? Because we report on breaking news. Kareem Hunt trade request denied. Doesn't matter. We're still live. We're still talking about it. There's still conversation. There's still ideas to kick around. We went live for 12 straight hours on that Aaron Rodgers announcement that there was no announcement. We do everything around here. It doesn't have to be breaking factual news. It's a rumor. We'll get on here and kick around a rumor. Sometimes I go live just to shoot down the rumor because that's what I do. When enough people DM me and comment and say, hey, Smitty, did you hear this? Did you hear that? You know how many people were messaging me about Kareem Hunt the moment it was happening? And I'm like, I got to go live because everyone wants to hear about it. That's kind of what determines sometimes when I go live. Even if something feels like maybe it's not a great thing for me to go live on, I'm not thinking this is really any news. Sometimes you guys are so interested in the topic. Sometimes some of you think, oh, like a lot of people kept saying Kareem Hunt or Nick Chubb to the moon. Nick Chubb to the moon. What do we think about Nick Chubb now? As if it was done, as if a trade happened, as if Kareem Hunt was gone or something, as if the trade didn't get denied. People were like, what do we do with Nick Chubb now? Do we put Nick Chubb in the top 10 overall now? I'm like, what are you talking about? There's no trade. The Cleveland Browns denied the trade request. So I knew I had to come live because we got to shoot stuff down. We got to talk about it. We got to do it live. 234 of you in here, 176. Thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Thanks, Terry wants people to hit the like button, says Kenny. Chubb is 15th in ADP right now. What is Chubb's ADP without Hunt? So if there was a trade, let's say a trade did go down, I firmly believe Nick Chubb would go to 12 to 14. I don't know that his ADP really does feel 15-ish. It feels more like 18 to 24, in my opinion. Because ADP is a little weird sometimes. Sometimes people do strange mock drafting techniques, draft only rookies, sometimes draft, weird. Sometimes people redraft in dynasty mode, and the ADPs are kind of jacked up sometimes. Sometimes you feel an ADP and you're like, that ain't right. That ain't right. I don't think Nick Chubb's ADP is correct. I don't think he is getting drafted in the top 14, 15. But I think he would if Hunt got traded. If Hunt got traded, people are reactive. Look what happens when McLaurin goes from a 4th rounder to a 3rd rounder because McLaurin signs a contract. McLaurin doesn't even get good news. There's nothing positive that's really come about. It's only that the team believes in him. Okay, that's good enough for me. That reminds me, McLaurin's good. I'm going to take him in the 3rd round now. People are so quick to move and have knee-jerk reactions on stuff like this. So, Nick Chubb doesn't go up for me. If Kareem Hunt gets traded, Nick Chubb doesn't go up for me. I don't like this situation. The Browns are awful. This situation is awful in Cleveland. And Dearness Johnson is capable of filling the void. I like Kareem Hunt more than Dearness Johnson, but Dearness Johnson in this system is as good as Kareem Hunt in this system, if that makes sense. It doesn't matter that Kareem Hunt's a little bit better. It doesn't matter that Kareem Hunt would probably survive and thrive a little bit better going to a new environment. His experience, his ability to adapt to change. He's moved around. Kareem Hunt is a good prospect to move because he'd survive well. He would do well, and teams know that. Teams like the Buffalo Bills, teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, Teams like New Orleans, teams like the whole list that we have, Philly. These are all locations that I believe would say this guy's he's a good little transient. He knows how to move from location to location, and if he comes over here, he'll pick things up pretty quick. D'Ernest Johnson, though, in Cleveland is as good as Hunt in Cleveland, and he's proven that and played well. So if Kareem Hunt leaves, you tell me, how does that really improve Nick Chubb's value? Because they can't use 3 running backs. D'Ernest Johnson's kind of on the side right now. If Hunt leaves, this is why the Browns should trade him. The Browns have a capable backup that is just as good in their system. Maybe not skill set wise, but in their system, D'Ernest Johnson would thrive as the backup. And if he was ever called upon to start, we know what he'll do. He thrived in the Cleveland system. D'Ernest Johnson's kind of crafty like that. So how on earth is Chubb's value going up because of a Kareem Hunt trade? People are so reactive. I don't even understand it. And why the Browns don't take advantage of this when you've got 3 good running backs on the roster and you don't have a team that can even win this year. You don't have a team that can win this year, and here you are passing on an opportunity to improve matters for you because you screwed up and you signed a $230 million guaranteed deal to a quarterback that may not play in 2022, may not even play in 2023. Let's be real. There's a shot at that at least. I mean, why not take advantage of building onto the future that you may still have with Deshaun Watson if you're lucky? If you're lucky he plays 2023, let's just say he does. Use Kareem Hunt as a trade piece to improve the potential of 2023 and beyond. But no, the Cleveland Browns don't think that way. Somehow they're delusional and they think they're going to win games in 2022. Somehow the Browns think they can hang just based on their defense alone. Not going to happen. Cleveland Browns are going to fall flat on their face in 2022. I'm sorry, Cleveland Brown fans. I know that's not what you want to hear. 232 in here, 184 likes. Appreciate you guys. Guys, keep the chat clean. Who's making the chat dirty? Come on, bros. Keep Hunt, trade Chubb. I mean, that's not going to happen, but in my opinion, Cleveland only trading Hunt for a deal that includes a quarterback, especially if Watson is out all 2022. I don't think so, bro. I don't think the Browns understand that. And what are they going to? Who are they going to trade for? There's no quarterback available. And don't say Jimmy G. Or you're just a Niner fan in here trying to will a Jimmy G trade to happen. Jimmy G's not getting traded. He's not getting traded. Could I see him in a weird world, a bizarro world, getting traded to the Browns? I suppose. But for Kareem Hunt, I mean, that would be crazy. It would be crazy. Would I do it if I was the Niners? I would. Would I do that if I'm the Browns? I don't know. I mean, I don't think so because Brissett's probably better than Jimmy G, you know? And that's probably hard for a lot of you Niner fans to hear or Jimmy G supporters to hear, but Jimmy G's injury prone, had 2 injuries last year, coming in, can't throw the ball down the field that much at all. He's a good presence in the locker room. He is a good verbal leader. He is a good commander of men. But this guy is an elite quarterback. Brissett's better than him. Brissett gives him mobility to the position that probably is going to collapse upon him. And you're going to need Brissett's ability to kind of navigate. So, no, the answer is no. You're stuck with Jimmy and that $23 million. Exactly. There's no... Look, the Niners have to cut Jimmy G. Enough already. They're not trading him. Nobody wants him. Okay? Nobody wants him. I'm not saying nobody wants him if he gets cut. That's different. Nobody wants Jimmy G at $23 million. 27 million, I think. 25 to 27 million, not 23. I think it's at least 25. I think it's at least 25. So nobody wants Jimmy, bro. Nobody wants Jimmy. No Andy Dalton. Yeah, no Andy Dalton. Okay. Hunt won't go anywhere. Cleveland needs the run game to survive this year, says One Love. But they've got 3 running backs that can do it. They should be trading him, bro. They should be trading him. Devin with another super chat. Appreciate you, Devin. You're the man, the myth, the legend. Devin says, yeah, buddy, just purchased the text advice package. Let's go, Devin. Let's go, Devin. Appreciate you, Devin. Devin, I'll send you a test text in a minute. I'll send you your first text message when we end this live stream, bro. Come on, media. It's not all about players. Got to consider the money. What's Jimmy's shoulder looking like? He's running on the sideline. I have seen him throw the football. He appears decent to go, but in a game, in a season-long atmosphere, I don't have any faith. Minshew to the Browns. Probably the Browns, look, the Browns are settled. The Browns feel comfortable with Brissett. They traded away Baker. They traded away Baker Mayfield. I don't know that anything's happening, guys. I don't think the Browns are interested in improving their team or their odds for 2022. I don't think the Browns understand what time it is. I think the Browns are an absolute disaster right now. I just don't see what they're doing. I don't understand it. Let's do a phone call. Let's open up the phone lines. Open up the phone lines.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL. Dong.
Call into the show. Let's do it live. Let me see if I can get that phone number. Let's see here. Let's get this on over to this right here. Boom. Dial in. Smitty's up. We're up and at 'em. We're ready to go. Smitty, I appreciate you. Smitty, I purchased the draft with me package, but don't have a date yet either. Okay, Axe, I appreciate you buying that. And just keep in mind, the earlier we book you, the less likely we'll have an issue. Usually I make it work no matter what. I've done 2 drafts with 2 different people at the same time before. I'll make it happen, but you certainly want to book that as soon as you can to make sure. Smitty, look for Axe message. Thank you. Meet the Woo in the house. Appreciate you, Meet the Woo. How many people we got in here? We got 208 people in here, 189 thumbs up, 1 thumb down. That was probably a Browns fan. I'm sorry, bro. I apologize. Broski. All right, someone dial in. Let's go. Let's keep this going. Let's see if we got any voice messages. Any voicemails from the voicemail groups? Someone leave a voicemail question. Voicemail group number 1. Somebody step up. Okay, we'll check on that in a minute. Let's see here. If Hunt wants out of Cleveland, they should drag him out of the facility like he dragged that. Yeah, that's a good point, Daddy Dennis. 190 likes, 212 in the building still. Appreciate you guys being here. Look at that street football. Kareem Hunt could go to Buffalo and take the job easily. If we're talking about where's that list of let's see here. Let's get that list on screen that we had. There's a really good list. The landing spots for Kareem Hunt right here. Let's put this on screen. This is a really, really good list in my opinion of potential landing spots. If anybody has more landing spot ideas, toss it out. But these are the Kareem Hunt landing spots that we're talking about. And let me real quickly put a title on here. So, possible Kareem Hunt landing spots. It's a good list. Hey, Smitty, can I send you music? I mean, depends what kind of music, bro. You could DM me, whatever. I play a lot of audio, music people send me, but But we're not really playing like just DM me on Instagram. Kareem is getting fined by Cleveland for holding in. It depends, Ricky. I don't know. I don't know if you can find someone for holding in. How are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove that he's injured? If he's holding in, he's there. He's showing up. The whole point of holding in is you don't get fined. You don't get fined. You show up, and that's why holding in, people do the holding in thing. That's the whole point behind doing it. Yeah, he shoved and kicked. Or my bad, says Daddy Dennis. Whose beat is this? This is mine, bro. This is mine, bro. Is it too loud? Let's lower it a little bit. Is that better? Is that sound level good for the music? Smitty out walking the dog, and you just took a Cleveland Brown. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Raiders could use Hunt. So there's the list. Let's go over the list real quick. KC, call into the show. Guys, call into the show.
Call into the show. Dial 602 NFL.
Let's go over location. Number 1, probably the Kansas City Chiefs. Why? He's familiar with the offense. 2, he probably would jump right into the lineup. I hate to say that for CEH. You know I'm a CEH believer. You know, I like CEH a lot. I still do. He played at 160 pounds last year instead of 205 to 209. Okay? So you try that. You try playing at almost 50 pounds lighter because of, I believe, the gallbladder. I keep forgetting if it's the gallbladder that he had removed or what happened, but 50 pounds lighter he played. That's a tough proposition. So I do like Clyde. But you put Kareem Hunt in KC, especially if they trade draft capital or a player for Kareem Hunt, you can bet Kareem Hunt would be used and probably given the starting role. He adapts really well to change. He's moved around before, and he came from Kansas City, so he knows Reed, he knows the system. He would actually do very well. I love the idea. 200 likes, guys, on this live stream. I love the idea of Kareem Hunt going to KC. Even liking Clyde, I love that idea. It's the number 1 idea. Baltimore is a very good spot because the Baltimore Ravens have an all ACL running back room. It's an all ACL team. This is the best torn ACL bunch in the league. They've got 2 people. Their top 2 backs are recovering from torn ACLs. Gus the Bus isn't even close to healthy. Probably won't play the entire first half of the season if I had to guess. J.K. Dobbins, I don't think will be ready for week 1, even if he forced the issue, because he's got it in his mind that he wants to prove everybody wrong when he isn't ready. And this is, the same type of thing we saw with Barkley, where he wasn't ready and the writing was on the wall. Even if JK forces it, he'll get hurt. He's an injury-prone player coming back from a torn ACL in a running back by committee. It's forced on all these players because that's the way Baltimore rolls. And that's not to say it's a running back by committee because of Lamar. Lamar's a whole nother component of vulturing, and he vultures touchdowns. I want nothing to do with the Baltimore rushing attack as it stands right now. Now, if Kareem Hunt goes to Baltimore, football fit, it's probably number 2 football fit, but production, like, what do I want? I don't think I want it to. I think I want Buffalo too. I think I want Buffalo too. Whoops. What am I doing here? Let's make Buffalo 2. What is going on here? Jeez. Part of it's because I'm leaning over trying to... So Buffalo. And then we'll go Baltimore. There we go. So KC number 1. Buffalo is number 2. Spot number 2. The spot I like second most. 230 of you in here, 205 thumbs up. Buffalo is phenomenal because we have a track record of that position being utilized from like week 14 or 13 or something. It was the last 8 games, including playoff games. So including the playoff games, including the end of the season, the last played 8 games of the Buffalo Bills, they utilized the running back evenly. In Singletary, he had like 8 touchdowns or 7 touchdowns in 6 games. It was a crazy amount or whatever it was. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that number. I'm kind of remembering. I might be remembering correct. I might be remembering wrong. But I believe it was like 6 games, 7 touchdowns, something like that. He was one of the most efficient running backs in the entire National Football League in that span of games, the end of the year and into the playoffs. If you remember, the Buffalo Bills also became one of the best balanced teams. James, try back again. One of the most balanced teams in the NFL. When they were balanced using Singletary very strongly down the stretch, they were unstoppable. The Bills changed. If anybody remembers, when they started running the football, James, try again. When they started running the football effectively, they became impossible to contain. Defensively, it was so hard. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What can I do for you?
What's up, man? First of all, we need to get you a standing desk to help with that leaning over and pressing the buttons. But shout out the show. Second of all, in a PPR 1 keeper league, do I keep Justin Jefferson, Javonte Williams for the future, or Najee Harris for the volume?
So Justin Jefferson, what rounds are you keeping these guys at?
First round. It counts as your first round pick.
So JJ, Javonte, or Najee, you can keep any one of them.
Yep.
And are you able to keep them for a limited number of years?
You keep one for this year, and then you can keep any player on your current team in the next year. So I can keep them for this season. So
you can't keep JJ for life or anything?
No. But, I mean, I could technically keep him for life if he stays on my team and then just keep keeping him.
So, okay. I'd probably go JJ. If you've got unlimited potential keeper value, JJ has a longer shelf life than either of those guys. They're running backs. I do like Javonte a lot, but you've got a better chance of drafting Javonte back. JJ would be my keeper. And I like Najee, but JJ's got more long-term value. So pretty easy call for me.
Justin Jefferson it is. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Anything else? What do you think about this Kareem Hunt? First of all, who is this again?
This is Bryce.
Bryce, okay. I'm going to put you in here, Bryce, so I know you next time. What do you think about this Kareem Hunt situation?
I've been wanting him to go back to KC for a long time. I drafted him when he was a rookie. Stud standout for KC. Ended up acting like a fool, but I've been wanting him to go back to KC for a long time. I hope it happens.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they denied the trade request. It could be a posture move, to try and get more out of a trade. Or I don't know why you would do that. Like, I don't know why you would deny the trade request and not allow. Maybe they want to control the situation. They don't want him dictating where he goes. Remember when Baker wanted a trade? Baker ended up getting traded. So let's keep that in mind. Yep. Baker ended up getting traded even though they denied Baker's trade request. So there's still a potential that Kareem Hunt gets traded. When you deny a player's trade request, sometimes you don't want that player to go, and sometimes you want the player to just be put in their place. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like so.
At the end of the day, these players have the most of the power right now. So.
Yeah. Maybe they don't want more drama created by Kareem Hunt. They don't want because what if Kareem Hunt's like, I want to be traded, and he makes it known. He goes and visits with the team that he wants, and they don't want to trade him to that team. Now all of a sudden you got like pressure by the fan base, and so that could be why they're doing it. If I'm the Browns, it's dumb not to entertain it because you got Dearness Johnson. You could afford this, yep. And you're not doing anything this year. They're not going anywhere this year.
They're paying Kareem Hunt quite a bit too.
Yeah. All right, Bryce.
Get rid of that cap.
Appreciate your call. Call back anytime, bro.
Thanks, man.
All right, call in. You guys got another question? Dial into the show. Let's go. So, KC number 1, Buffalo number 2. Very phenomenal situation. As I just pointed out before that call, the Buffalo Bills were unstoppable once they got the ball rolling on all facets of the game. Running the ball, throwing the ball, balance like we haven't seen before. That's when they became scary. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Yo, Smitty, it's James Flatley. What's going on, man?
What's up, James? What's up, my man?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, bro. What can I do for you?
Man, Cleveland, they can't stay out of the news, huh? They just can't stay quiet. First
can't, bro.
Sean and now Hunt. It's crazy. But I do want to talk about I want to talk about those top 6 or 7 teams that you have there, and I definitely want to talk about the Bills. I live in Buffalo. I live 10 minutes from the stadium. I don't see the trade happening, but, man, I definitely agree. It's got to be one of the top 2 or 3 places for him to land. Buffalo wants to run the ball a little bit more. They just haven't been able to find the right guy. They drafted Zach Moss. They drafted Singletary in the last 3 years, but they're good players. They're not great players. And like you said, you saw what Singletary was able to do, the last 6 weeks. Imagine what a guy like Hunt could do. And he can catch passes, which is what Brandon Beane really wanted. That's why he went after McKissick, and it's why he drafted Cook, man. So Buffalo's a big spot.
Yeah, I mean that you literally the transition between Buffalo is good, but they can lose games. Buffalo is good, but they can drop the ball, right? Buffalo turned into a unstoppable, offensive, defensive, all across the board machine. You were unstoppable. There's no coincidence that during that transition, when you became an unstoppable team, even though you did get stopped, but you were virtually unstoppable. That was when you're running the football. They want to run the football, and then you guys draft Cook. No offense, but Cook wasn't the right running back if you wanted to run the football hardcore. It was Kenneth Walker, it was Breece Hall. You had the opportunity to draft either. You guys didn't make it happen. If I'm in charge of things in Buffalo, I wouldn't have even hesitated. I would have taken Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker, and I would have taken that mentality of balanced offense, running the football down people's throats and making them respect the run, so much so that Josh Allen has no problems at all with inconsistency. That offense is fluid. I think you guys, big misstep not drafting one of those top running backs. James Cook, brother of Dalvin Cook, I believe he's a good running back. He reminds me of a better Chase Edmonds or whatever, a guy that you could maybe count on a little better than Chase Edmonds, but he's no different than Singletary. He's no different than anything you guys have. Why not draft the Breece Hall or Kenneth Walker, the workhorse? I don't understand it. Or take Rachaad White.
No, I totally agree with you. No, I agree with you. A couple of months ago, even pre-draft, I kind of had my hesitations about taking a running back. Like I said, purely because as great as Brandon Beane has been in rebuilding this team, because I feel for Browns fans, man, I really do. Like I said, being a Bills fan, I know people now who look at the Bills think that the Bills have been great forever. Oh my God, we went 17 straight years without making the playoffs. We drafted Sammy Watkins in the first round, E.J. Manuel in the first round. Just horrible pick after horrible pick after horrible decision. And so finally, Beane and McDermott have been able to turn this team around. So obviously I have trust in them. But again, being a Bills fan, I've noticed they cannot draft a running back. It just hasn't been something they've been able to do. But I know a lot of coaches have their kind of Achilles heel, right? Like Belichick is the GOAT, but he can't draft the wide receiver. So it's not a big thing on him. But I agree with you, man. I mean, if Breece Hall, or now if we forgot that, and now we go to Kareem Hunt to make up for that mistake for not drafting Breece. I agree, man. We got Von Miller to rush the quarterback now. Why don't you bring in another piece that we need, just in case Gabe Davis doesn't step up to that role, which we all think he could, but what if he doesn't? Then we need another piece.
Yeah, I agree, man. Appreciate your call, James. Anything else?
And then one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more fantasy question for you. I'm in a 10-team super flex dynasty league. It's just no tight end premium. It's super flex, so one quarterback start with an option to start two. I like my wide receivers, but do you think it's A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf? Do you consider them core pieces, or would you move off of them right now? I feel like I'm going to keep them, and I feel like DK's value might be, pretty low, or not as low as it could be, but at a low value right now with kind of the uncertainty. What do you think about those two as my wide receiver pieces?
I mean, I love both of them. I love A.J. Brown. I love that people doubt him. I love that people think that he's not efficient. I love that people think that if he was fed more target share, he wouldn't deliver. I love that people think that Hurts isn't a 300 or 400 yard capable quarterback on any given Sunday. Not just 300 yard. He's 400 yard capable on any given Sunday. The amount of volume uptick that's headed in the direction of A.J. Brown is going to be head-scratching to all the doubters out there. I like A.J. Brown. I worry about his knees. I'm not going to lie. Injury's the red flag, but situation's not the red flag. It's just not the red flag. So I'm definitely all in on A.J. Brown. DK Metcalf, this is like my example. I'm going to have to create some kind of video for this and put it on IG or something, but this is like going DK Metcalf. This conversation's funny. It's like going back to let's say going back to Macy's, where I got this bathrobe, let's say, and there's a little red dot on the bathrobe. Okay, let's say this bathrobe costs $40, okay, $70 bathrobe. Okay, let's say there's a red dot on it, and I go to the lady at the register and I say, this bathrobe has got a red dot on it, bro. And she says, first of all, I'm not a bro. Second of all, okay, let's discount it to $20. So let's say I buy it for $20. Then it's like I go up to her and I say, hey, this bathrobe has a red dot on it, ma'am. And she says, you just got it for $20. It's all baked into it. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Why people are asking about the quarterback situation or suggesting there should be worry or discounts when you're acquiring DK. He's going in round 5. And I know you already own him, so for you it's a little different, but for anybody looking to acquire DK and you're questioning his quarterback situation, you already know that exists and you're getting him at 5th round value for a reason. Stop asking for a discount. Stop trying to act like DK doesn't have the risk baked into his ADP. He's going in round 5. You already know what's going on. You already know the red dot's there. You're already getting a discount because of it. But I will tell you, Jim, if you already own him, there's nothing... James, I'm sorry. James, people probably call you Jim anyway. You
can call me either one. I know I go by Jim on Instagram. I go by James on YouTube, so I'm good with either one.
Yeah, I think Jimbo, I think that we're looking at a potential low-end wide receiver 1, at least high-end wide receiver 2 season out of DK Metcalf, who I think can survive differently than the average wide receiver with a confusing quarterback situation. You have Geno Smith, who's probably going to win the job if I had to guess, who already has a pretty decent rapport with DK. And I'm not saying it's an ideal situation. Again, DK was a 2nd to 3rd round turn potential value before Russell Wilson left the equation. Now, I mean, you certainly don't want to pay that because you don't have to, number one. But number two, you do want to package in a little less production. But that's like maybe 4th round value, top of 4. He's going in 5. So I guess my point in that is that you can't trade him, James. You can't trade him because people are valuing him at the very low end, 5th round value. There's no potential trade ability, I think, for DK. A.J. Brown, I wouldn't trade him either. You have 2 wide receivers that are on the rise comparatively to their values right now in trade and draft. So hold them, let it ride. If they gain value, then you could explore a trade later.
I agree with you, Smitty. Yeah, this draft was this year. The startup was this year. And I drafted DK knowing that he had Geno Smith and Drew Lock. So I'm with you. I trust the talent over the situation, and I trust that situation will get better in the next year or two. So I really appreciate the time and advice as always, Smitty. Your show is amazing. Your community is amazing. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. All right, later, pal.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
Call anytime. All right, James Conklin was trying to call in earlier. James, try and dial in again.
Call into the show. Dial 602 in.
We have 211 people in here. 200. We have more likes than we have people. Finally, 214 thumbs up. 211 eyeballs. Congratulations. Appreciate you all. Let's get a mashed potato.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. All right, where are we at? James, it keeps hanging up right away. Try one more time. I don't know why that's doing that. Like you literally, I get like a ring out of you, and then it disconnects. Try one more time, James. I got you right here. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show, James. What can I do for you?
Hey, Smitty, you got to take KC down, man. And I'm going to explain the situation to you why.
Okay,
They had a meeting with Kareem Hunt during the situation. They told him to tell him everything that was going on, and he lied about kicking the girl. The tape came out, and within 6 hours, he was released.
Yeah, I know. But his time in many people's eyes is served. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. I'm saying we're talking situationally. Like these aren't ranked in order of likelihood, James. They're ordered in.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're ordered in terms of like what would we want.
I would trade CEH straight up for Kareem Hunt back, but I'm telling you, it's just never going to happen.
Well, James, most of these aren't going to happen. The Browns said none of them are going to happen. The Browns already denied the trade request. You know what I'm saying? So like this rank is for us. This rank is us saying where is the most productive. We should take all these teams down because the Browns said no. You know, I do think they could.
Yeah, no, my number one spot's the Rams. The Rams would be legit.
The Rams? I like the Rams as an option. We got them on the list. I don't believe Cam Akers is going to stay healthy, so I do agree. But yeah, all of these are not options as of right now. But it is important to remember that Baker Mayfield's trade request was denied. They just want to control the situation and the narrative. So maybe they do want to trade Hunt.
Right.
You know, they just don't want to grant his trade request. But they denied it really quickly, and it almost seems like they don't want to trade him. And the Browns are the type of organization right now, I don't think they know what to do with anything. So I agree that it's not the most likely. I'm just saying it's one of the most productive.
No, I see that too. But to get to a fantasy football thing, remember when you were talking about auction draft and put together a team with like $2 players?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It was like a couple of days ago.
What about it? Say it one more time. I'm sorry, my mic was having issues.
Yeah, you were talking about putting together an auction draft team with just like $2 players and benches and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you. I remember now.
Yeah, I did it. I went and spent like $55 on both Chase and Jefferson, $36 on Javonte, and $22 on Breece Hall. I was still able to get Elijah Moore, Mitchell for like $5. Like the team was fire.
So say your team one more.
Not a bad strategy.
Say your team one more time.
Yeah. So for $110, I got both Jefferson and Chase.
Jefferson, Chase, okay.
Then for another $50 some odd, I got Breece Hall and Javonte Williams.
Wow. Yeah, that's good, bro.
I was still able to get Eli Moore for like $2.
Eli Mitchell. Was this a real league or just a mock?
It was a mock. I tried to put it in action today on ESPN, and everybody keeps leaving the league right before it starts to close the draft.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good, bro. Yeah, I think it.
But it's not a bad strategy.
It's not. You could always grab both wide receivers, Jabbar and Jefferson, and then, you know, I hate to say do it early because my advice is always to wait until players get called out. But you could always try to acquire them early in the draft, and then literally try and stab at every running back you can and see if you can add that. But I was curious to know. I don't know if you remember me asking if you could do all three. Do Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. That was more of my thinking.
Cup went for 70 for some crazy reason in that mock.
But I wonder if that's a thing that can be done. All right, anything else, James? What else you got?
No, that's it. That's pretty much all I wanted to say,
okay.
Man. Thank you for doing a 2-hour live after doing mocks until my time, like 2:30 in the morning. So
I was up. I was up earlier than I wanted to be, but Kareem Hunt news needs to be talked about.
Hardest working man on YouTube, man. There's
Appreciate you, James.
All right.
Later, man.
Yep.
All right, what else we got? Sorry about that mic mix-up. I have so many different screens, and sometimes I forget when I try and go to a different angle, it's tied to a different mic, and that screwed up everything. I think we're done anyway. We're going to go ahead and call it. We've been live for almost 2 hours. So, in summary, and move everything back. In summary, we've got a list of teams' potential landing spots for Kareem Hunt. Those said landing spots are KC, Buffalo, Baltimore, Miami, Philadelphia, the Rams, New Orleans. All potential landing spots if you ask us. If you ask the Browns, they don't think they're good landing spots at all. But we do have a couple voice messages. One from Kenny.
Hey, Smitty, who are a few people you're really excited to get your eyes on this preseason?
I don't want to see Breece Hall or Javonte or anybody blow up before all my drafts, you know what I mean? So I'm not necessarily wanting that, but I guess I want to see Clyde, you know, I want to see Clyde healthy. I want to see Kenneth, even though Kenneth Walker's ADP is going to skyrocket, I want to see him rip one off. You know, I want to see Kenneth Walker rip off a long 40, 50-yard touchdown run. I really do. But in a nutshell, I don't know if I want a lot of the guys that we want to break out, to bust out and increase their ADP. But like if drafting aside, like if I already have all my teams, who do I want to see? Of course I want to see Devontae rip off a big run. Of course I want to see Kenneth Walker rip off a big run. Any of the Moon Men I want to see.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
I mean, imagine Rashad White tearing it up.
Space Monsters.
What kind of controversy that would drum up. St. Brown ripping off a long run. Like any of these Moon Men, like Trey Lance, I want to see big time. Trey Lance and Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and all the guys that are doubted that I like a lot. I want to see those guys, you know, rip off some big ones. Bruce.
Hey, Smitty, do you think Traylon Burks can pick up where A.J. Brown left off, or is A.J. Brown just too damn good to take off his...
I mean, you probably see me talk about Traylon Burks. I liked him a lot coming into the draft, and then I haven't liked him very much in Tennessee. I just don't like Tennessee's situation, bro.
Hey, Smitty, do you think the Chicago Bears should be on that list, or you just... Because him and Monty looks like they would be a good 1-2 punch. What's your thoughts on that?
I could see him maybe doing it, but the Browns are building, and they're building from the trenches, and they're not ready to win now. I don't know if they're making a move for a player with a shelf life. So I'm going to go ahead and say I don't know that the Browns would be a good fit for either side. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining me. This has been a 2-hour live stream. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Let me get some of these graphics off the screen here that I've got just sitting right in front of you. For me, it's ETN. Yeah, I want to see ETN in the preseason too. They might keep him kind of, you know, safe and tucked away. Get your lifetime membership, like Terry said here with this link right here. Burks is starting to man up. Yeah, maybe Space Ricky. You know, maybe we'll see Burks become, you know, some kind of preseason showcase. I don't know. It's tough to know how many players are even going to play a lot in the preseason. I think the preseason has now become unpredictable. So we don't know what we're going to see or get out of anybody. Get on over to thefantasyfootballshow.com and get your lifetime membership, your text device. We had somebody buy a draft call on the show. We had somebody buy a lifetime membership on the show. Get on over there to thefantasyfootballshow.com. See you later today, maybe. Not true, Ray. I talked a lot about the Eagles. Ray, real quickly. Hold on, Ray. Ray, we've got Philly up here. We've got Philly right here. Philly is right here. Not to mention, I talked a lot about A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, completely blasting everybody and making people feel stupid for doubting him. So I did talk Philly, a lot of Philly talk. But also we have them on this list, so we're clearly giving Philly attention. I guess from a Kareem Hunt perspective, if you want that, I would say that I think it would be a great fit. They kind of need something. They need a spark. They don't believe in Miles Sanders. I don't really believe in Miles Sanders. And I think Miles Sanders doesn't believe in Miles Sanders. So Philly would be an outstanding. Imagine Philly, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Goddard. Unbelievable. I would love it. Philly, you know what, Ray? Maybe should have not overlooked this. Forget Baltimore at number 2. It's a running back by committee. We're putting Philly at number 2. Let's put Baltimore all the way down at 5 now. I don't like Baltimore. I liked Baltimore initially. I don't like Baltimore. Why do I want Kareem Hunt to go to a running back by committee when he could go to Buffalo or Philly or KC or Miami even? That's a running back. It looks like a running back by committee, but I think he would lean on Kareem Hunt if he traded for him. So, Ray, I'm moving Philly to number 2, bro. I'm moving Philly to number 2. We never even got to him. You're right. Take a lap on me, but I came back and took care of you, Ray. Give me Philly number 2. We should have led with Philly, to be honest. Should we do the whole stream over again? Should we do the whole stream over again? Maybe we should, because Philly deserved to be talked about a whole lot more as a Kareem Hunt landing spot. My bad. We just never got to it. We kept going down the list. But Philly would be great. Philly would be great. Imagine Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Kareem Hunt. You know? Imagine it. Unbelievable. See you all maybe later today. Definitely be uploading a video. Probably do a live premiere on the best picks in round 3, or we'll do some other video today that'll drop. So appreciate y'all.
Show extended additional 2 minutes.
Brucey said not so fast, bro. Brucey wanted to talk for just a few more minutes, so he extended the show. Thank you, Brucey. Appreciate you. Brucey, what do you got? He's from Cleveland. Why would he want out? Says David. David late to the party. Why would Kareem Hunt want out? He requested a trade, so y'all have to ask him. I'm sure he wants a contract extension. I'm sure he doesn't feel loved. I'm sure he wants to start. Appreciate you, Freak. Brucey, this is your extended time. You tell us what you want to talk about. What's up, Avatar?
Show ends in 1 minute.
Philly would be great. Philly would be great. Avatar, appreciate you, Avatar. Philly would be phenomenal. Brucey, what do you got? Maybe Brucey left me a message. Brucey, ask one more question. Hurry. 38 seconds, Bruce. Legion, appreciate you. Legion, thank you for taking your lap like a man. Saquon or Aaron Jones? Give me Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is a late second to me. Saquon's a third rounder to me. He wants to be paid. He doesn't care about Cleveland. Yeah, exactly, freak. He wants out. He wants to be paid.
Show ends in 10 seconds.
What would happen to CEH? I mean, he'd be a change of pace. They wouldn't just not use CEH. He'd be a change of pace, though, for sure. If Hunt was traded to KC, he would be used. Take Barkley, high ceiling, says Legion. I'm going to say take Aaron Jones. Appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you. Arizona, be nice. 235 likes. Very, very good job on the likes today, guys. Legion, appreciate you. I will see you all later. Brucey, thank you for the extended time. I'm refreshing just to make sure. We got Patrick with a voicemail real quick.
Smitty, my man, Snake Eyes, or Patrick.
Snake Eyes!
I got a question for you regarding New England's backfield. I held Ramadre in a 10-team dynasty, and I'm just curious to know if you have heard any news, if he's going to be a starter, or if it's going to be 50-50 with him and Damian Harris. I think it's Damian Harris, just the other running back they have. Just curious to know if you know anything about him, if it's going to be to the moon with him, or if I should just keep him on my bench as a stash. Thanks.
I'm jealous of the rain that Patrick has, Snake Eyes has. He could hear the rain pouring down. I think that Ramondre's looking like a potential starter, but there's definitely some concern, bro, that we don't know what to expect, and we're hearing rumors and a bunch of conjecture. Maybe he's the starter, maybe he's not. Damian Harris is certainly not going to go away. Bill loves Damian Harris, but I think he's also capable of trading Damian Harris, but nobody's trading for running backs. I mean, we just went through a bunch of list of teams that probably could trade for Kareem Hunt if they wanted to, if they made the offer nice and enticing. But I like Ramondre. I'm betting on Ramondre. I don't know that he starts week 1, but I think he's the better running back. I know that Damian Harris has proven a lot of good things, but Ramondre is a beast. I love Ramondre. I loved him as a rookie. He was one of my sleeper running backs because of the preseason, ripping off all those runs and looking phenomenal as a rookie during the preseason. Bill's not afraid to use younger running backs, especially rookies. So, we're worried about the other rookies they drafted. But I think Ramondre is probably the guy. I would say go Ramondre, if you had to choose between the two. But you already own him in that exact league, so I like him. I like the idea of keeping him. Nice job. Appreciate you all. See you later. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.